Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. Guys, we've got a great little show lined up for you. A bunch of very amazing products. Now, I do want to apologize to the Dragon Blogger side. If you guys are watching from the Dragon Blogger side, there's going to be a few products that are not in the carousel. I couldn't get them to load properly. So there's a few products that won't latch up, but we still have that product in there. There's just a couple variations that you guys aren't going to see inside there. Now, guys, we got a good show lined up with you. Bunch of amazing deals and products that will work out for pretty much everybody. Now, the funny part is you guys probably, don't see the behind the scenes part, but I was literally just scrambling to power my cameras and my lighting, so I had to grab a power station. So that's where I was at just now. I had some issues. We grabbed a power station. We're up and running. What's up, Phil? Buddy, what's going on? What's cracking? What's new? And hello. Good evening. Guys, it's definitely been one of those Mondays. It's a Monday of all Mondays. I'm just going to go there. All right, we're going to start this show off with, of course, one of their newer power stations, the beautiful 240D. Now, the 240D is going to be, of course, 256 watt-hours of power or 80,000 milliamps of LiFePO 4-cell systems. Now, this is actually a nice little handheld device. If I come over here off the table and grab it, you guys will see it in all of its glory. Now, a 4.4-pound power station with, of course, a handle that's going to allow me to, of course, twist, twirl, and tangle it and carry it wherever I want to go. I can take this on the go and not have to worry about it. I can carry it around like a lantern, like Ichabod did when he was riding his horse. You know what I'm talking about, right? Now, guys, this is actually a really cool one. You guys can see, of course, they added that new carbon fiber look on the top of this, but they added a carrying cable handle. The handle is also a USB-C to USB-C cable, so you guys can take it off and use it as a 140-watt pass-through USB-C charging cable for you. Now, with it, you guys are going to have a digital display on that front, so if you guys wanted to, we can just pop that up. You guys will see there's about 69% battery right there, but there's, of course, multiple ports of connectability. You're going to have that 140-watt USB-C bi-directional cable port. You're going to have that DC input port, and then you're going to have a 100-watt USB-C output port and a 15-watt USB-C output port and a 15-watt USB-A port. Now, with this, you're going to have a standard, pretty much everything's going to be under 3 hours of charge time with this, guys. So that's the cool part with this. We're going to go into this. We're going to show you guys. We're going to talk about it in a little bit more in depth. So first and foremost, if you guys want to use the 140-watt USB-C port from here to the wall, about 2.5 hours is going to be your charge time. If you're using the DC plug to maybe let your cigarette lighter in your car or your cigarette lighter adapter plug, it's going to be about a 4-hour charge time wear. If you had a 100-watt solar panel, under 3 hours. It's a little over 2.5 hours, but under 3 hours still. With it, you guys should be able to use the Starlink Mini for about 9 hours off of this. Maybe 16 charges on your 10-watt Bluetooth speaker, 3 laptop charges. That's going to be like your little 60-watt laptops. Or maybe 15 cell phone charges on top of this. Guys, you can use, of course, your little LED light bulb off of this for an extended amount of time without a problem. This thing's beautiful, it's perfect, and it's, of course, portable. Now, I love the idea it is that portable and that lightweight. The even better part with this is if you guys wanted to get a shoulder strap on this 240D, you guys could do that. You could pop this, of course, out there. You don't have to have this cable on here. You guys could put a shoulder strap like your backpack shoulder straps on this, and you guys could strap it and carry it around that way, and that's a great idea. They actually offer that with that as well. Now, $139 is the price tag. It's 33% off. It's normally like $209, but it is perfectly well set. This would work great for, of course, those quick camping trips, the hiking trips, quick emergencies around the house. In place of I don't have space for a big station. This would work for that. So that is, of course, that 240D, that beautiful little power station that's going to pack quite a punch with, of course, that amazing cable. Then I don't have to worry about breaking, bending, or just disappearing from me because it's always on the station. Any questions about the 240D? Go ahead and ask. We are here to answer. Now, I believe we're showing you guys a product that, like I said, I could not pull this product up on the Dragon Blogger side. So I'm going to apologize for the Dragon Blogger side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the link from I'm going to grab the link on my side. When I grab this link on the stream, I'm going to share it on, of course, the Dragon Blogger side for you guys. This is the 300 with the beautiful, beautiful carrying case. Now, that, of course, is that link I just shared, guys, on the Dragon Blogger side. Now, unfortunately, I cannot click that in the carousel on my side. I will have Fernando click it on the other side because we can do it on that side. Now, the 300 is going to be in a beautiful power station, but it's going to come with an amazing carrying bag. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop over here, and you guys are going to see that we have, of course, this beautiful table. We're going to zoom in over here, and we're going to talk about it. You guys are going to be able to get that 300 power station and ignore the couch behind us. You guys are going to, yeah, so Phil, the Jackery side can see that in the carousel. For some reason, I couldn't get it loaded in my carousel. 300 watts, guys. This is 293 watt hours of power. 3.5 hour charge time. But it's going to come with that beautiful waterproof and carrying case. So you guys are going to be able to get a beautiful outdoor carrying case to carry this station with you and all of the cables that you are going to need without an issue. And I like that part. Now, with the 300, guys, you're going to have a beautiful quick charge time, 3.5 hours. It's not a bad charge time. You're going to have a 7.1 pound power station. Can it withstand summer heat? Yes, so most of these stations can withstand summer heat up to a certain temperature, yes. Now, if you are in Arizona and your temperatures are hitting, above, like, I'm going to say 117 or more, you might have some slight issues, but it shouldn't be that bad unless you were leaving this literally right outside in the complete sun in Arizona. So let's say you're in the desert in Arizona and you left it out there and it hits 130 degrees. That's going to be kind of, the limitations, but a lot of that's just going to be like the battery drain and stuff like that to a point. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem running them. Not one problem running those. They are, of course, certified for, like, fire retardant shells, so the plastic shouldn't melt. You're going to have the drop resistance with these as well. And that's what's going to be cool with this, the 300. The 300 that we're showing you guys for $208 is coming with the carrying bag. The carrying bag should help protect it even more with that, which is even great. So you're going to have that 3.5 hour charge time on a wall plug. You're going to have 2 AC outlets. Now, I do know that it looks a little bit hard to see right now. You know what? Let's change camera views. Let's just grab the device. So this is that 7.1 power station right here. 7.1 pounds. It's going to have 2 AC outlets that do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can max out at 500 if you want to. It's going to have, of course, 2 USB-A ports and a 60-watt bidirectional USB-C port. The DC plug, 12-volt 10-amp, of course, DC plug over here. And you're going to have the digital display. Now, this one has, of course, a fixed handle permanently there, so you can't stack stuff on it. But it's going to allow you to carry it around, or if you guys need a quick workout, you guys can, of course, start doing arm curls, use it like a dumbbell, whatever you want. Now, wall charging, like I said, through the DC plug is about a 3.5 hour charge time. If you use the wall plug in the USB-C port, that 60-watt bidirectional port, you guys can have this charged in about 2 hours time without an issue. Now, if you wanted to, you guys could do a 100-watt solar panel with this, about 4.5 hour charge time, which isn't bad at all. It's not that bad of a charge time whatsoever with that. Now, 40 hours with the Nintendo Switch is where you're going to be about with this one. So you guys can run a Nintendo Switch off of this for 40 hours. 15 to 16 camera batteries, 6 drone batteries, maybe 4.5 hours with the flat screen TV. It'd be the same with your rotating house fans and stuff. It would be the same runtime as your TV. Ground Fog, what's up, buddy? Now, $208 is going to be the price for this and the carrying bag. I don't have the carrying bag, or I would show you guys personally what the carrying bag looks like. It is, of course, a fully encapsulated carrying bag that's going to allow you to carry this power station, all the cables that you need to carry with it, and all the accessories. So it's a great little option at $208.99, I think. Normally it's like a $300 price tag. Yeah, so a lot of these stations can withstand summer heat. I mean, I've used them in the summer without a problem. My apartment stays at pretty much or over 100 degrees most summer, even with the AC going on because I live in a 4th floor. So I haven't had issues with them. I haven't even had issues with the Arctic cold that we've been having. Now, next up is going to be the 1000 V2. Now I got hiccups, and I apologize, everybody. We're going to show you guys the 1000 V2. This is a great one. We're going to pop over to the table. We're going to say, hey, let's go here. We're going to pop down to these bigger stations in the middle. Now, I am going to, of course, zoom in there. Now, that is the 1000 V2. 1,000 and a beautiful 70 watt-hours of power in a 24-pound power station. So that is going to be your weight for this one, is 24 pounds. Now, that's not that bad of weight whatsoever with this. Now, you're going to have a quick charge time with this as well. Standard 2 hours quick charge time in standard charging mode. If you want to, you guys can go inside the app and activate emergency situation charging or emergency charging, and you guys can have it fully charged in 1 hour time. Now, the variations of this will, of course, just that. It will vary with what you guys can do, how you guys can do it, and everything else in between. Now, the 1000 V2 is going to come with the wall plug, guys, charging cable for you. It's going to be about $449 for the price tag of this. So you guys have that option, $449. It's going to have 3 AC outlets on the front that's going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 3,000 if you truly need to. You're going to have a flashlight on the front. That flashlight will do 3 modes: standard light mode, highlight mode, or SOS pattern. You're going to have, of course, the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug, just no covered port on this one. You're going to have a 30-watt USB-C port, a 100-watt USB-C port, and an 18-watt USB-A port as well. If you had, let's say, 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, you guys could have this charged in about 2.5 hours with no issues. Now, the UL drop protection and the UL's 94V flame retardant shell means it's protected for quite a bit. Should be able to do, like, let's say, drone batteries, projectors. Honestly, you guys could run a stove off of this if you really wanted to. You're not going to get a long run time off of a 800-watt stove, but you could run a stove, no issues. Now, I've ran Christmas lights off of this. I've ran Halloween decorations. We've had, of course, our Xbox plugged into it. We've had gaming laptops connected to it. I have no issues using the 1000 V2 whatsoever. And with the app control, I can turn on those plugs or off those plugs as I need to. With, of course, the 20 milliseconds of low latency, you guys can actually use it as a UPS. So let's say you have your device plugged into this plugged into your wall power drops out. It's a 20 milliseconds of switchover. Most devices won't even notice or recognize that 20 milliseconds, so it will stay running, including your TVs. I did that testing, which was great. You might see a slight flicker like you would with I might flicker on the power, but it's not going to be a complete drop at most of that with this. A little over 12 inches long by about 8.5 inches wide by about 10 inches tall is going to be your depth with this. You're going to get over 4,000 charge cycles for the first 10 years. And then your battery life will be about 70 to 80% capacity from there on out. Now, it's a phenomenal product at $449 at 44% off. Now, if you guys purchase more than $1,000 worth of Jackery products tonight, you guys can use that 5% discount code and save yourself a few more dollars on that price. Now, the 1000 V2 is an amazing, and beautiful power station. Honestly, it's a phenomenal product. I love the price point for that. So, if you guys wanted to, 44% off, you guys can get a great power station and enjoy it. Normally, $800 price tag. Now, with that, we're going to jump over and we're going to talk about one of their newer products. So, if I move the table, we move the camera. That's not the camera angle we want. We want to go up there, and it's going to be, of course, a little dark for some reason. I still can't figure out the lighting on that part. Like, I got my lights back up. It should be bright. With this is, of course, their first and foremost waterproof power station. That means you guys can actually have this outside in the rain. It's not going to hurt it. You could set it in the snow. It's not going to damage the device. It, of course, has an IP65 water resistance. So IP65 waterproof, it's a decent waterproof rating for a device of this style. With it, though, it's going to be 1,536 watt hours of power. It's going to weigh about a little over 38 and a half pounds. Now, phenomenal product. It's got, of course, a Class 9 shock resistance or seismic shockproof casing, which means you guys could drop this from about 5 feet or more, and it's not going to hurt this device. I love that they did that. Now, with it, of course, you guys are going to have multiple connection ports, which are hidden right now. And I'm going to get up and show you guys in a second. You have a digital display. You still have full app control. But you guys have the capacity of doing 1,800 watts of pure sine wave power or 3,600 peak, truly, if need be. Now, when I get up here, of course, you guys are going to notice that there are rubber covers on this. Now, if I pop that rubber cover up, you notice there's a 30-watt USB-C port, 100-watt USB-C port, a 15-watt USB-A port, and, of course, all the connectabilities that you could ever need with this. 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug hid under another cover. Now, if my voice drops out, it's because the AI is, of course, kicking in, and it doesn't see me speaking, so I apologize. With this, you guys are going to have, of course, the solar panel connections, 3-prong wall plug as well. And then you're going to have your 3 AC outlets right here. Now, the 3 AC outlets, like I said, do 1,800 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 3,600. Now, the beautiful display, but of course the waterproof covering makes it all the better. There's a line right here, and I don't know if you guys can see this line, but that line right there, of course, divides. And why did the camera move? I apologize, guys. Not sure why we lost the magnification of that zoom, but hey, I apologize with that. It looks like the AI popped in. So you're going to have all those connections underneath those cover ports right there. But like I said, that line that I was showing you guys is a detachable fan system that can be taken off and washed. So the fan can get dirty because there's an open bottom to help keep it cooled. But it will actually do what you need. So yes, this has got fan cooling technology on this one. It's got, of course, like a heat sink that's going to allow it to keep cool. And that's a really great little option that they added. Now remember, LiFePO 4 cells, it's actually a great little battery chemistry. It's a phenomenal battery chemistry. Hour and a half charge time on a wall plug is where it's going to be. If you had 800 watts of solar panels, 2.5 hours of charge time. So you guys have that on hand with this. So it's quick charging no matter what. Now, with it, of course, what could you run? How long could you run said devices off of this product? Now, the 1500 is, of course, $999 right now. It's 29% off. It's normally $1,400, but you can run quite a bit with this without an issue. So if you guys wanted to run, let's say 16 drone batteries at 77 watts, you could do that. If you want to do 68 DSLR batteries, you could do it. You guys could run a heated blanket for about 48 hours as well. You guys could do a coffee maker, Bluetooth speaker, movie projector. Movie projector on this one's going to give you guys about 14 hours. 27 watt light bulb, 26 hours. 5 watt light bulb, guys, probably 70 plus hours. If you want to do, 10 watt Wi-Fi router, 15 watt Wi-Fi router, about 40 to 50 hours of runtime with that one. Your Starlink Mini over 50 hours. You guys can do, of course, again, leaf blowers, angle grinders. You guys could do, of course, walkie-talkies. You guys could do pretty much whatever you want. This is actually a really great, phenomenal piece. I love this device. I really love how they added the IP65 water resistance to this one, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, it does have what's called their thermal management. So with this one, you guys can run it up to about 113 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to go here. Honestly, you guys could probably run it over that temperature. Just keep it out of the sun to a point. You just don't want, like, let's not throw it in the Arizona desert with direct sun beating down on it. That sun can get over that running temperature, but you should be fine. Airflow, of course, it's got that beautiful airflow underneath with all of that. The ultra cool scheme has the ultra cool. Yeah, you know what? I see that too. I honestly, it does have orange on the side. So yeah, they kind of went with the armored look. I want to call it the Batman style look. Let's go there. They added that Batman kind of theme to this one, the armored look. Yeah, there's 2 orange stripes on the side, so I mean, there's a little orange. I go with you there because I really do like the orange. It does grab on you, doesn't it? The bright orange. So 1500 Ultra, guys, is an amazing piece of technology that's going to work out well for you. Or if you guys want a big bad boy power station, then we can talk about the bad boy right under it. That is, of course, the Jackery Explorer 3000. Now, the Jackery Explorer 3000 is a crazy, phenomenal power station with quite a lot going on for it. Now, this is an $1,800 power station. I believe it's like 42% off right now. It's normally like $3,000 with this kit. You're going to get 2 200-watt solar panels plus this power station. Now, this power station's 3,072 watt-hours of power, but it's got a lot of connectability. You're going to have that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug on the front. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports on the front. Those USB-C ports are going to do 100 watts of charging capability for you. You're going to have 2 18-watt USB-A ports just in case you guys need to run camera gear throughout a show like this, or if you guys just want to plug in your phones, go ahead and do so. You're going to have 5 AC outlets. Now, you're going to have 4 of your standard 3-prong AC outlets. Then you're going to have that 5th TTR30 NEMA style plug. Now, all of these are going to do 3,600 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 7,200 watts surge. Charge time on this is going to be approximately 2.25 hours to have it fully charged. So that's actually a decent quick charge time. If you had 2 200-watt solar panels, which comes with this, it's 11-hour charge time. So 11 hours of charging is what it's going to take for this. It's not a bad charge time, honestly, for a size of this. If you're only using 2 of the panels, I mean, go ahead and add a couple more and don't worry about it. If you want to use solar panels and, of course, wall plug charging, guys, at like 2,500 watts of charging, it's a little under 2 hours of charging for you. Now, again, it's got that beautiful cell-to-body technology. It's got that amazing 10-year lifespan at 100% capacity. And that's going to be about 70-80% for the rest of its life, which is not bad. 20 milliseconds of UPS switchover. Could run, let's say, a nice little 5-watt light bulb for 9 to 10 days without an issue. So you guys are going to have plenty of light to get you through all of those power outages issues. 60 hours with a house fan. Pretty much the same as your flat screen TVs. 1 to 2 days with the refrigerator, 66 hours with the Wi-Fi router, at least a minimum. You guys could do 800-watt oven for about 3 hours. You guys could do a coffee machine for a couple hours. If you guys want to do, I want to say maybe 36 laptop charges, 60 tablet charges. GoPro cameras, those guys, the 5-watt GoPro batteries from the GoPro cameras, 300 plus charges without an issue with that. About 30 drone battery charges on this one, but it will do well. Now, the 200-watt panels that comes with, of course, this 3000 is going to be the 200-watt bifacial panel, so you guys have that extra charging capabilities. Like most of their stations, it's got a 5-year warranty, so you do have that 5-year warranty to, of course, protect you for it, so you don't have to worry about that as well. It's just got a phenomenal piece. So If you want something of the styling, about $17.49 is going to be that price tag with this. What else could you do with that, man? You guys could run, of course, pretty much everything under the sky. If you guys need an air purifier, you guys could run an air purifier. If you guys could run house fans, you guys could run camera gear. You guys could run, let's say you just need to charge a lot of flashlights. And I'm not kidding. Maybe you guys were just really, really bored and you walked out with like a handful of flashlights. Go ahead and charge them all. You're not going to have a problem with it. Just grab the Olight flashlights, grab your, of course, or whatever flashlight brand you have, and charge them up. It's not going to be an issue with that. You just sit there, you charge it, you're good to go, and you're up and running. Now, no problems without it. Now, with this device, guys, it does weigh a little bit. It's almost 60 pounds. It's got a couple handles on the side. There are no wheels with this. They do offer the 3000 with, of course, an option of a dolly. So if you guys need to, there's an option of a dolly to roll that around. Now, we were showing you guys, of course, that 1000 V2 a little bit ago. You guys can get it for, like I said, $449, or you guys can get it with solar panel options. The first option will be the 1000 V2 and a single 200-watt solar panel. That's going to be like $699 for that price tag. So you guys are going to have, of course, at least one solar panel. And you're going to have that amazing little power station down here in the middle of the table, which is a great power station. Now, if you don't want the single 200-watt solar panel option with the 1000 V2, you guys can get, of course, the 1000 V2 with two of the 200-watt solar panels for about $12.99. Because it's over $1,000, you guys can use that 5% discount code and save yourself a few dollars without an issue. Phil, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Now, of course, if you don't want that option, you guys can get the, what am I talking about? You know what? It's going to be the 1000 V2 and the two 100-watt light panels, I think it is. The 100 Airs. Now, those are actually solar panels I don't have on hand to show you guys, but they are phenomenal solar panels. So if you guys are looking, that is an option for you. Now, we did show you guys the 300. It's $189 by itself, $208, of course, with that beautiful carrying bag. Or you guys can get that beautiful 300 with the 100-watt solar panel. Price tag on that, I can't, off the top of my head, I believe it's like $499 with the 100-watt solar panel. So if you guys want to, you guys can get it for $499. If you're a Prime member, it's going to be like $349. So there's a discount for Prime members with the 300 and the 100-watt panel. So you do have all of those options on hand if you need. Now with it, of course, you guys can step it up in power range, and I'm going to do something real quick. So you guys can kind of see the station over there in the corner. By me doing this, I'm going to grab, of course, the Jackery app. We're going to log onto the Jackery app. Of course, it's going to make me log in. It's just one of those days where, everything needs logged in. And when we log in, guys, we can actually start messing with it and actually using it. And of course, it's going to take me a second to log in because it's going to be one of these days. But once I do that, I can actually turn on the flashlight. You guys can see the light just came on behind me. If I want to go a little bit brighter, you guys will see that light gets brighter. Or if we want to do SOS pattern, we can now activate that with us. Now, this is, of course, the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is one of those products that packs quite a punch, but it is actually nicely sized. Now, with this, of course, is 2,042 watt-hours of power that can be fully charged in approximately 2 hours in standard quick charge mode. If you want to, though, with this app, you guys can go into the settings. You guys can say, hey, let's do emergency charging. And now we can, of course, activate emergency charging. And I can now charge it at a 1 hour charge rate. So we have that really, really fast charge time on hand. Now, I love, of course, that option to be able to charge this that quick. If I want to shut off the display, I can shut the display off from, of course, my hand. If I want to turn on the DC plugs, I just shut the DC plug on, or I can turn it back on. Or if I want to turn the AC plugs on, I can turn the AC plugs on. You're going to have the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug, great for, of course, air compressors, single piston air compressors, or if you guys want to do adapters to, of course, adapt into extra, solar options and all of those other pieces. You guys can do that as well. So you have the usability to, of course, do all of that without no problems. And I really love those options that says, hey, I can do that and don't have to worry about it. So that's where we are with this. Now, I do apologize with everybody. Let me fix my camera. It's not my camera. Wow. Hey, it is not my camera that messed up. It's my screen. Now, you also have the 30-watt USB-C port. You're going to have a 100-watt USB-C port, the 18-watt USB-A port, and then you're going to have Trevor popping in and saying what's up at the same time. What's up, Trevor? Now, with the flashlight, like I showed you guys, 3 modes activated by, of course, hand or usually the app. You're going to have 3 AC outlets. That's going to do 2,200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4,400 if you truly need to go up and above the amount of power that you're expecting from standard charging. With your charge times, we just went there, guys. You're going to have a quick charge rate of under 2 hours without a problem. If you had a single 200-watt solar panel, 5-hour charge time is where you're going to be at. If you had a single 200-watt panel and wall plug charging, 50 minutes is where you guys can go with this. Now, with the cell-to-body technology, that means this device is actually smaller and lighter than some of the others in the same styling or size ratio. So 39 pounds is where you're at with this. It should be able to allow you to charge your mobile phone at least 40 plus times. You guys can run a 5-watt light bulb for at least 64 hours. You guys can run a 200-watt refrigerator for approximately 10 plus hours with no issues. You guys can do, of course, a 200-watt desktop PC for 12 hours, no problem. So you guys can get your, of course, work done, play some video games, whatever you really need to without no quirks. $889 is your price tag for this, guys, for the 2000 V2. Now, phenomenal product, very, very beautifully well done. So if you guys need to, you guys can get it there. I do believe there's an option for the 2000 V2 plus the AC charging cable for like $799. So there are a couple options in there. So if you guys are looking, when you click the carousel, you guys can see a couple other options, price ranges and stuff. Just check around. You guys will see. You'll be happy with it. Now, if you want to, though, and you guys want to step it up and you guys want to get, of course, a couple of those solar panels, you guys can do that as a package deal. You guys can get the 2000 V2 and the 200-watt solar panels. Now, it's $14.99 for those. 6% off. $15.99 is normally the price tag. So you guys are getting it for $14.99. Again, because you guys are with us tonight, you guys can use that 5% discount code that we have down there in that banner and save for yourself a few dollars. So 2000 V2, phenomenal, beautiful little product. It's going to rock your world, honestly. If you want to get that 3000 that we just showed you guys right there by itself, you guys can get the 3000 by itself for $12.99. So you can get a phenomenal station for $12.99. Normally it's a $2,500 price tag. $12.99 is that price point right there. That's actually a 48% savings on that product right there. So if you guys want the 3000, hey, go ahead and step up. Step up. Now, we're going to move into the realm of very, very large power stations. We're going to start talking about, I want to power my home. I want to power my garage. I want to power my homestead. I want to make sure that Phil can, of course, keep the heat on for his kids. Now, with that, we're going to talk about the 3600 Plus. The 3600 Plus is going to come in around, I think it's like a $2,000 price tag. So you guys are going to get a great, great power station. And not bad price point, to be honest. Now, when I do this, we're going to switch camera views. You guys are going to see we have some larger stations. We have the 5000 Plus. We have the 3600 Plus. Now, the 3600 Plus is the one I'm tapping my hands on right now. You're going to see this nice, large display. You're going to see, of course, this little button if I wanted to touch it. You're going to see a handle back here. So if I wanted to close that handle down, you guys can see right there, it can actually hide away inside the device. It's got other orange handles to, of course, carry it around as well. So if we need to, we can carry it around with us. This device is going to be approximately 77 pounds. So it does weigh a little bit with this. 3,584 watt hours of power, but can be wheeled around without a problem. So if I want to bring it front forward for you guys, just like that, we can actually do this. Now I'm going to move the camera angle. We're going to drop it down there. We're going to bring you guys on in, and we're going to show you guys that front panel. Now with this, of course, panel, if I want to turn it on, I just hold the power button. It's going to activate. The display says 27%. I need to charge this device, so that's what I'm probably going to be doing. So I'm going to have to charge most of these devices over the week. So I'm going to be charging devices, and of course my electric bill is going to go up. But hey, that's what happens when you live in an apartment, right? For those of you that have solar panels, your electric bill won't go up. With this, guys, you're going to have 2 USB-C ports, 100 watt USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 18 watts, 5 AC outlets. You're going to have 4 standard 3-prong, and then you're going to have that 5th TTR30. Now, 3,600 watts of pure sine wave power is where you're at with this. 7,200 watts of surge power is where you guys can step to it. With the display, guys, you guys will have app control as well, but you guys will be able to see the battery percentage. You'll be able to see, of course, the input and output charging capabilities with this. Now, that is not where you guys are going to end on this device. It's got quite a bit more to it, but let's talk about charging time. Wall plug charging is going to be about 2.5 hours for 3,584 watt hours of power. If you want to use, of course, 1,100, or I think it's 1,000 watts of solar panels, so that's like 2 500X solar panels, it's a 4-hour charge time. If you use the wall plug charging and the solar panels together, you're going to have a 2-hour charge time, no issues. It's 2,500 watts max of charging in this device. So that's the way you're going to work with this no matter what. Now with it, of course, you guys can run quite a bit, but there's a lot more to this device. So if I want to do this, if we want to roll it to the side, you're going to notice there are more ports on the side over here. The very bottom is going to be your DC expansion port. That port down there is going to allow you to connect up to 5 extra batteries. When you go into 5 extra batteries, that's about approximately, I want to say 21 kilowatts of power. So beautiful amount of power. Honestly, you're going to have a crazy amount of power with this one. Now with it, of course, you guys can, of course, add that beautiful right there. That's going to be your, of course, your expansion port. That's going to be your wall plug charging. That's going to be your solar panel charging. And this is going to be for extension of connecting to a manual transfer station or to a second 3600 plus. So you have a lot of capabilities with this on hand. But you guys will see the nice large wheels, and you can see how easy it is for me to just move this around with no problems. We're going to move back up here, and we're going to talk about this device and everything we can, of course, do with it. Because it is expandability up to 21 kilowatts of power, and if you guys add a second station, you guys give you about 42 kilowatts of power. So 2 stations, 10 batteries, 42 kilowatts of power should run most of your home appliances for a good amount of time with this. Now, this one actually has a 10 milliseconds of UPS switchover. So it's quicker than some of the others. So 10 milliseconds is phenomenally quick. Now, it has 0 drain. So, guys, 365 days later, you guys should be able to come back out to this and have no drain on the battery whatsoever at all. With the TT30R plug, you guys can connect it up to your motorhome or your RV and run all the individual plugs inside that on the circuit breaker. You guys can, of course, let's say, run a 200-watt refrigerator for 2 to 3 days. You could run a 330-watt cooker for about 7.5 hours. The 1150-watt window AC for a little over 2.5 hours as well with this. I'm going to say probably closer to 2 almost 3 hours. 350-watt space heater, about 7 hours of runtime. Your flat screen TV, over 40 hours. 5-watt light bulb, 120 plus hours with this. Now, If you really want to, drone batteries, portable ovens, microwaves, electric griddles, hand drills, table saws, guys, can all be plugged into this because it's got the power of 3,600 watts on hand. Now, 3,586 watt hours of power, guys, is a phenomenally amazing station. And with it being capable of being rolled everywhere, you don't have to have a problem, and you guys can do it. Hey, Phil. Welcome, Phil. We got Phil and Phil here. Now, with that, you guys can step it up. If you want to get the 3,600 plus with the two 200-watt solar panels, $2,099 is where you're at, guys. That's like a 43% savings. Normally, it's a $3,700 price tag. Or if you truly want to, you guys can get, of course, that amazing 3,600 plus, the battery and two solar panels for $58.99. So you guys can get it for a great deal right there. Oh man, you got tagged. You got tagged, buddy. Dope. That's just tragic, Phil. Tragic, my guy. All right, we're going to step it up, guys. We're going to talk about a bigger power station. When I do this, you guys are going to notice that I'm going to get up. I'm going to move one off to the side. We're going to wheel it without a problem. And I'm going to move it, and then we're going to, of course, bring this larger one. This is 130 pounds. You guys can see I can tip it, roll it without a problem. We're going to bring it front center for the big camera. And we're going to show you guys the 5,000 plus power station. Now, the 5,000 plus power station is their largest power station that you guys can't see because I didn't back the camera up some. This is that beautiful, very large power station that I was just rolling around. It does have handles, so if you guys need to lift it, you guys can team lift it. It's still got that large digital display, two USB-C 100-watt ports, two USB-A 18-watt ports, 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug on this one, and of course 4 AC outlets on the front. The AC outlets on the front of this are going to do 7,200 watts of sine wave power. So 7,200 watts of amazingly beautiful power. That's going to pack quite a punch. If you want to, though, we can flip it to the side, just like that, and you guys can see some more connectability ports. This is going to be your AC expansion port or your smart transfer station plug. This is going to allow you to connect up to the smart transfer station that connects up to your electric box, and it will allow you to charge at an amazing 4,000 watts of charging for under 2 hours of charging for 5,000 watt hours of power. You're going to have the NEMA 14-30 and a NEMA 14-50. Now, these two NEMA plugs will do 120 and 240 volt charging capability. They are dual charging capable. So 120 and 240, you don't have to worry about it. Auto detects. And of course, if you trip it, there's a couple circuit breakers down below for you guys on hand. With this device, there's a few more connections. So if we guys spin it to the opposite side, let's do this. Let's see. A little bit, tedious rolling around something this big without paying attention. You're going to have, of course, down at the bottom, the AC expansion port. That AC expansion port is going to allow you to connect up to a second battery, a third battery, a fourth battery, or a fifth battery. You're going to have your wall plug connecting as well. Underneath here, you're going to have some solar panel charging capabilities. Now, I'm going to pop that cover off if you guys don't do that. So, AC expansion plug for your wall plug charging. This is going to allow you to do 1,800 watts of charging for a 3.5 hour charge time. 3.5 hours is where you're at, guys, and it's going to do it well. You're going to have low power solar array, so you guys can actually charge at 1,200 watts of solar panels. That's going to be about a 5-hour charge time with 1,200 watts of solar charging. If you don't want to go down that route, of course, you don't have to. Flip that switch, connect up to the larger solar arrays, and charge at 4,000 watts of charging. That means you guys can connect up to those large whole home solar charging capabilities, charge this device, and be charged in under 2 hours with it. Now, yes, you guys can actually do combination of charging. So let's say you want to do the low power solar array and the high power and the AC plug charging. You guys can actually charge it that way, and it'll be a little bit quicker with that, of course, as well. So that's where you're going to be with this. Now, with, of course, the multiple points of connection and charging, this one actually works with the app control still. The app control is going to allow you to see generation and consumption of solar, generation and consumption of course, electric power grid. It's going to allow you to see what your charge rate is. It's going to allow you to turn on all of these plugs. It's going to allow you to see if you're running 120 or 240 on the side. It's going to allow you to connect up to your RV through the TTR30 if you want to. And it's going to allow you to run those as well. This will also do something that some of the others didn't do. This has 0 milliseconds of switchover. So you guys can use this as an emergency power supply or an uninterruptible power supply with 0 milliseconds switchover. So for the medical devices, the CPAP machines, or if you guys need to, of course, you're mining Bitcoin, your data centers are not going to lose power. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to stay up and running. So that means you guys can get that 0.000.1, Bitcoin every, day or two. You know what I'm getting at. Guys, phenomenal product. Very, very amazingly well done. Now, what could you run on it and how long would it keep running? That's a good, a very great idea with this. So let's say 1150 watt window AC should be able to run off the front plugs for about 4.5 hours. Your large central ACs, the ones that you guys have outside that run your whole home, it's going to be about a 2-hour runtime off of this device on a charge. If you want to run your house dryer to dry your clothes, you should get about 3 hours with the house dryer. Or over 2 days with your flat screen TV. So that means you guys can watch your favorite Lord of the Rings movie or your guys' favorite show over and over and over for 2 days off of this device by itself. Add 5 batteries and you guys are going to have over 7 days of runtime with most of those devices. Add this system and a second system and 10 batteries, you'll have 60 kilowatts of power and 15 days of runtime without an issue with the system. Now remember, just because you guys connected up to the smart transfer station in your home does not mean you can't take it on the go. You guys can pause that connection, disconnect the cable, and you guys can roll this out to your motorhome, your RV, roll it out to your garage, your shed, or of course take it on the go to the cabin, and you guys can use it there as well. So it does not have to be permanently affixed to your home, but it has the capabilities. Now, $3,000 is the price tag. It's a 30% savings on this device by itself. But if you want to get it with, of course, the 500-watt solar panel, we have that option as well. Now, the 500-watt solar panel and this device is going to be about $3,800 today. Normally, it's about $5,200, so it is a little bit up there, but we do have the discounts for you guys. 27% savings right there. If you don't need that device and you guys want to step it back, of course, to another realm of devices, we can talk about that one right there. That is the Jackery Explorer 500. Now, the Jackery Explorer 500 is 518 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in about 5 hours of charge time. It's going to be, of course, one AC outlet that is 500 watts pure sine wave power, can peak at 1,000. 3 USB-A ports, 3 DC plugs that go out port, 1 DC input port, and a flashlight on the side. $298, guys, is going to be the price tag for this device by itself if you want to. Now, if you want to step it up, though, and you want to get it with the 100-watt solar panel, $459 would be the price tag for that. Now, with this device, you guys could run, let's say, I'm going to say, you know what? There's a lot of different variations of what you could run. Let's say 4.5 hours with the heated blanket, maybe 7 hours with the flat screen TV, maybe 30 hours with your laptop, 9+ hours with the mini cooler. If you guys want to run, of course, your cell phones, you guys will get approximately 18 to 20 charges with your cell phone off of this without an issue. CPAP machines with heated mask, about 9 hours on this. You just have an option of the device by itself for $298, or you guys can get it with the 100-watt solar panel for $459. So you have that capabilities. Now we do have, of course, in the carousel that newer station, the 500 V2. Now let's see if I can kind of show you guys the 500 V2 right here. That is the Jackery Explorer 500 V2. I do have this coming at some point, guys, so we will be able to show it to you guys in person. It's 512 watt hours of power. It's a little over, it's like 12 pounds of weight, so still lightweight, very capable. Now with it, 2 AC outlets to do 500 watts of pure sound wave power, can't peak at 1,000. It's got the flashlight on the front that's going to do 3 modes. 2 USB-C ports to do 100 watts of charging or 30 watts of charging. 18 watt USB-A port and energy saving mode by switch control. Guys, nice, small, lightweight, newer design with it, of course. It's going to be about $358.99 if you're looking for one. But just a great option. So you guys can get, of course, 2 different variations of that 500 if you really need to. Now, just a quick little look at that one. I just, wanted to give you guys a quick look. With that device, you should be able to do about 9 hours with the house fan, about 24 cell phone charges, maybe 18 hours with the mini cooler in your car, 4 laptop charges, or variations. With that, it's going to be about an hour charge time on a wall plug. It's going to be, I think, about 2 hours with the solar panel, but you do have the options with that one. If you want to step it up, though, and you guys can definitely step it up into a larger system, you guys can get, of course, the 2000 Plus. Now, the 2000 Plus, if we pop back down here, you guys can see it on the side. That is the 2000 Plus on the bottom. It's a very, very large power station. 2,042 watt hours of power, 5 AC outlets on the front, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 12 volt 10 amp DC plug, and of course the large display. Now you guys can get, of course, this system and 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for $1649. Now with it, you guys are going to have a 2-hour charge time on a wall plug, 2 hours charge time with 6 of the 200 watt solar panels. You guys are getting 2 of those with this kit. So you guys are going to have a great piece. Again, it'll have the same runtime of all the devices as the 2000 V2 if you wanted to. If you want to, though, you guys can step it up and you guys can get it as the 4000 kit. Now, the 4000 kit's the station down below, the battery sitting above it, and those same 2 200 watt solar panels. Now, you went from 2,042 watt hours of power to 2,085 watt hours of power combined with the battery. This system can have 5 batteries. By having 5 batteries, guys, you're going to have 12 kilowatts of power. Adding a second station and 10 batteries, you're going to have 24 kilowatts of power. Where it kind of varies with this is this battery can actually have 6 of the 200 watt solar panels connected up to it for a 2-hour charge time. By adding the extra battery, you guys just doubled your runtime on everything you wanted to run. So let's say you guys can run your house refrigerator for about 7 hours. You guys can run your microwave for about 7 hours. You could do your central AC, your 1150 watt window AC for about 4 hours, as in whereby the station itself was a 2-hour charge time. It's going to do very, very well, just it's, of course, a larger system, more geared towards running your whole home, but it is portable. Now, 66 pounds, it's 140 pounds total package weight with, of course, the battery, the 2 solar panels, and the station alone. So that is where you guys are at with, of course, those amazing, amazing stations. Now, this is the part of the show that we start showing you guys solar panels and solar panel options. The first option is going to be, of course, the 40-watt panel. Now, my variation is going to vary slightly different than the one we're showing you guys. We're showing you guys in the carousel the 40-watt Air. Now, the 40-watt Air is, of course, their newer variation with the solar panel. I have, of course, this one. The new variation, of course, is bifacial charging, as in this is a single-sided, but it is a tri-fold design. So you guys get the quad panels, so you guys get the very beautiful quad panels that are going to do well. These are, of course, book-sized perk panels. So you guys get the perk style panels with that monocrystalline solar cell. It's going to do about 23% efficiency in low light settings. It's going to be IP65 to IP68 water resistant, waterproof, so you don't have to worry about it. Can be left out in the rain, left out in the snow, left out in the dirt. It's not going to hurt this. It will come with a 10-foot cable, so you guys can actually connect it to any station you want. These are going to be more geared towards like the 100 plus, the 240s, the 300s, and that 500 watt station. Now, this isn't going to be meant to be plugging into like the 5,000 plus, right? It's a 2.5 pound or a 2 pound solar panel. The one I have is 2.25 pounds. The new one's 2 pounds. So, guys, very lightweight, very capable. It's going to come with it's going to come with two carbiners, which is going to be like your little C clips. It's going to come with, of course, the 8020 and the 79 adapter plugs. It's going to come with the 8020 to USB-C adapter plug, so you guys can connect it to pretty much most options of those with this. Just a very nice lightweight solar panel with a great option. That's going to be about $129 for the Air version and $79 for the 40 watt mini, which is in my hand. If you want to step it up, though, you guys can go with the 100 watt solar panel. This is going to be the 100 watt Solar Saga. It's a bifacial panel like you would kind of want to have. Very nicely lightweight, approximately 10 pounds or less. It's got these beautiful little kickstands that are Velcroed on. You guys can see, you could set them up like this, but Velcro back on. Fabric handles, they are, of course, press riveted on. It's got riveted on snap rings. When you pop it open, guys, you're going to be greeted with the bifacial charging. So when I do this, you're going to see the black side and, of course, the blue side. You're also going to notice how long this panel truly is. Now, this panel is very, very long when unfolded. Now, this is going to allow you to grab that sun and a bifacial charging. So if you had it flipped like this, you guys are going to get about 24% efficiency in converting light to power. And, of course, all of those variations. But if you don't have the option of doing that and you need to lay it flat, it's going to go back to the original 23% efficiency of converting light to power. But if it's 100% light out, guys, don't worry about it. With it, fully waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather. It's going to come with that 10-foot cable. The cable's going to have a USB-C plug on it and a USB-A plug. So if you want to use the solar panel by itself to charge a phone or a laptop, you guys can do that without having the power station connected. Now, the 100-watt Solar Saga solar panel is going to be great for almost every station that they offer. From the 100 plus all the way up to, of course, the panel has a... Yes, it does. But that USB-C port is on the cable itself. So that's where you're going to be at with that one. Now, with it, of course, guys, this is a phenomenal piece. It's 33% off. It's $199. So you guys are going to have a great price point for this with a phenomenal panel. Yeah, so Phil, yeah, it does have the USB-C and USB-A port. And you'll actually see it in this next video that I'm going to play. So the cable on this one is the same cable that comes with Can you hear me now? How about now? Yeah, thanks. Good catch, buddy. Good catch. It looks like for some reason switching to this one, it shut the mic off. I'm not sure. Now, like I was saying, this is going to be a $379 price tag, IP68 water resistance, bifacial charging, and that's that 10-foot cable that's going to come with the 100-watt panel as well. It's going to have the USB-C, USB-A port. It's going to allow you to connect up to 8020 adapters. This is going to be more geared for like the 1000 V2, the 2000 V2 on up for all of the larger stations. This panel is approximately 89 inches long when folded out. This panel is so long I could not get it on, of course, camera inside my house because it was so large. I should redo the video now that I have more space and the Christmas tree's gone. You know what? I might actually do that. I might get a new video done of this because the 200 watt panel is a really, really amazing panel. Now, IP68 water resistance is where you're going to be at with this one and, of course, the 100 watt panel. Hit record. Yeah, I could. It's really heavy. It's a heavier panel. It's long. It's like 15 pounds, buddy. Now, with it, fully waterproof, water resistant. This is going to be great for all of your options with that. No problems whatsoever. So, if you need a 100 watt panel or a 200 watt panel, Jackery's got you covered, guys, with that options. Now, I believe we're going to be showing you guys a couple other options of solar panels real quick. So let's show you guys the 100 Prime. I'm going to go here, guys. The 100 Prime is going to be a fully glassed panel. You heard me correct. A full glass panel. I'm going to actually move the other panel that's sitting here. Now let's try and grab this panel because I want to grab it. This is a fully fixed panel. Now this panel is the 100 watt Prime, fully tempered glass, metal housing all the way around. It's a fixed panel. Now it's going to come with all the bracketry to, of course, mount it and connect it to wherever you want to put it. Bifacial charging, so again, like the others, you guys can get the front side charging and the reverse side charging. With it, it's got a permanently connected 10-foot cable with an Anderson clipped end, but the Anderson clipped end does come with a 7020 or 8020 adapter plug. With this 100 watt panel, you guys can use the Anderson clip to, of course, connect up to multiple 100 watt panels and then connect up to your station. 12 individually pre-drilled holes. This, of course, is going to get your reflective charging at a 25-degree angle. But since it's nicely done, you guys can set it on the top of your motorhome, your makeshift RVs, and all of those other pieces and charge without a problem. Just remember, though, guys, with this one, it is a glass panel. It's not foldable. It's not bendable. And you need to be a little more cautious with this one. Now, price point on this, I don't actually have the price up in front of me with that one. I'm going to say probably, you know what, I'm going to pull the price up so I don't misspeak on this one. I believe the price on that's going to be like $299 right now, so $299 is the price point. Now, we have one panel left to show you guys. This is their most amazing panel that I've got to play with recently. And I'm going to show it to these guys. This is the 100 Lite. Now, the 100 Lite panel is probably their thinnest solar panel that they offer. Now, because it's so thin, it does something that you guys may not have seen before. And that, of course, it can bend at a 220-degree angle. You guys are seeing that correctly. I'm bending this panel. Now, there's a limitation to the bend in this panel. 220 degrees is the max. Now, there's another limitation. It does not bend this direction. It only bends this way, guys. So don't bend it the other way. You're going to have limitations with this. Now, on this panel, it's bifacial charging. So you guys have the back side that's going to get that reflective charging if you put it at an angle to get that reflect. And then you're going to have the front side with that monocrystalline cells. It has, of course, the settings. They do recommend like 3M adhesive tape to stick it down if you guys want to stick it. It's got the flat cable. So you have the flat wound cable on this, which is actually as thin as the power station. 10 feet of cabling on this. Again, has the Anderson clipped end. Has, of course, that nice adapter for the 7909 or the 8020 adapter. So if you guys need the other plug, there's another option out there to change those out. Connect it up like that, or you guys can pair it with multiple Anderson clips and run multiple of these. Now, again, IP68 water resistant. This one actually has a 25% conversion rate in low light settings, but it has the flexibility. So if you guys want to flex it and you need to mount it to like the top of your motorhome in a little bit of an angle, you guys can do that, or for that, or for your house. Or if you guys have a shed that's kind of arched, you have the capabilities of mounting it that way. Fully waterproof, water resistant, no issues whatsoever. The control box at the top is going to be right here. This is your control piece to connect in, and then you have that cable. $249 is the price tag for this beautiful panel. So if you guys are looking for one that's flexible, the 100 Lite is your option with those panels. So guys, that is the last product we have for the show tonight. Remember, if you spend over $1,000, you guys can use that 5% discount code. Now with that, we will not be back for about a week or so, guys, for our next show. Of course, you guys probably know Chinese New Year's and everything's popping up. So we won't be back until, let me pull up the date. I actually have the date for you guys. Our next show is going to be the 24th over here on the Jackery side. So for the Jackery streams, guys, the next one will be on the 24th with a bunch of more amazing deals for you. So, guys, keep your eyes out and have fun. With that, I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Phil, I appreciate it. Flint Gold, Trevor, Groundhog, and, of course, Fernando. I appreciate it, guys. We'll see you on the next Jackery show. Later, everybody.